make sure I record this down. Okay, so that I can send to everyone. Okay, so first of all, thank you for attending day 2 tutorial videos. Okay, this is the 7-day series of TradeVSA tutorial section. So today we're gonna go into candlestick. Okay, but of course, I think like day 1, as I mentioned, hopefully some members, if let's say you miss out the day 1, okay, hopefully you can rewatch again. So let's say day 1, this tutorial we're gonna focus mainly on mid to long term. Okay, we're not going to look into some intraday things, or maybe short terms, or maybe advanced technique. Okay, so make sure in this tutorial we get the fundamentals right first, okay, before one to look into some advanced technique, okay, which is most of the time we refer in the masterclass or maybe doing the monthly and weekly trainings. Okay, so now what is candlestick? Okay, I believe everyone, most of it, you know what is candlestick. Okay, but just maybe want to go through it again. Okay, maybe I use here is easier. Okay, never mind, just use this. Okay, easier for me. Okay, so now what is candlestick? Okay, candlestick for me is one of the very useful bar, okay, to show or maybe to read the emotion, okay, by the market. Okay, all right, sorry, because I need to add the members in first. Okay, yep, done. Okay, so candlesticks show the emotion by visually representing the size of the price movement with different colors. Okay, so usually by using candlestick, I think one of the advantage, okay, of using candlestick is that it actually can tell the emotion immediately on the day itself. Okay, is the day come with greed, fear, or uncertain, no decision on the day. So some members sometimes they will ask me, the traditional Wyckoff or maybe VSA, okay, they're using the bar, okay, if not mistaken. Okay, I cannot recall the name. Okay, but it's not candlestick. Okay, but the reason why we use candlestick is because we want to read, okay, all this information from the market. Okay, so the candle, of course, 4 main important things. Okay, if you realize, okay, how a indicator actually how it works, okay, it actually takes this 4 things plus volume into consideration. Okay, so that's why it's very important on the first day. I asked you all to go to make sure you add candlestick, not others. Okay, like for example, some member they use Hacking IC. Okay, the indicators will be different because of the open, high, low, close is different. So of course, the 4 main thing in candlestick is the open, okay, high, low, close. Okay, so each of these actually do give us, okay, certain informations that we need, okay, on the specific bars. Okay, so when the body is filled, okay, black or red, okay, depending on what type of candles, what type of charting platform you're using. Like for example, in trading it's red, it means that the close is lower than the opening, which means it's a down bar. All right, if the body is empty or white or green, depending on the type of platform you're using, okay, in trading view is green, okay, means that the close was higher than the opening, okay, which means this is the up bar. Okay, now types of candles that normally we can see, of course there will be more than this, okay, but today we just focus this few first. Okay, tomorrow onwards, okay, tomorrow we go into sound strength, sound weakness. Okay, so that's where that we study different type of candlestick later on. Okay, but today I just want to explain this few type. Okay, so first we got those that very wide, okay, widespread. Okay, up bar, down bar doesn't matter, but widespread. Okay, so the next is that we got narrow spread. Okay, so sometimes can be doji, okay, which means the opening and closing is very close with each other, or maybe the opening and closing is the same. Okay, so this is sometimes what we call the narrow spread. Okay, this is what we call the widespread. Okay, up bar, down bar also having it. Okay, so the way that we read this is that, of course, green color up bar representing the day itself is come with momentum. Okay, it drive with grids, okay, on the day. So widespread down bar, of course, it drive by fear, okay, because it's sell off heavily. Okay, and the narrow one is uncertain, no decision on the day. Okay, but usually we can use this plus the background to study the further, okay, what it means on this kind of candles and bar. Okay, the background. Okay, so example, if the background is good, okay, if the background is good, it comes with certain uptrend reaccumulation. usually a no spread bar is a good sign. Okay, if let's say you are trading in downtrend stocks, okay, or background is weak, you should come with this bar, which means there will be a continuation downtrend because there's no sign of change of trend. Okay, so this kind of no spread bar low volume, usually you need to pair it together with the background to study it further. Okay, what it means. All right, so again, just want to go through just to make sure everyone in the same page. Okay, how you're going to look into open, high, low, close, okay, is that this bar over here, the beginning of the body, this is the total candles, right? Total candles. So the beginning of the body here, okay, is the opening. Okay, so this one just to make sure everyone know about this. Okay, which is very important, even though I know it's very basic, but it's very important. Okay, this is the opening. Okay, the top here is closing. Okay, the top of the body is closing. Okay, and you know the highest, okay, of the candles is the high. Okay, of course this high. Okay, and okay, so the low is of course the lowest. Okay, so this is the four main things. Okay, so again, opposite one for down bar, this is the opening, this is the closing, this will be the high, and this will be the low. Okay, so that's how it formed the down bar. Okay, so similar one, doesn't matter, it's wide spread, no spread. Okay, so this is how we look into the candlestick itself. Okay, now let's start with wide spread bar. Here, let's start with wide spread bar. Okay, wide spread bar, normally we're referring to line change, of course, if let's say it's up bar, okay, or sell off if let's say it's down bar. Okay, but don't worry about, you know, what is the main thing about LC and sell. Don't worry, because tomorrow, like I say, we're going to go into sound strength, sound weakness. Sorry, sound strength. Wednesday, we're going into sound weakness. Okay, so now whenever you see widespread, okay, widespread, all right, you need to think of the potential change of trend. Okay, you need to think of potential change of trend. Okay, now some of you, or maybe some member will ask me, how wide is considered widespread? Okay, how wide is considered widespread? Now, there's no specific numbers. Like for example, volume as well. There's no fixed number. Okay, this number is high, this number is low. No, you have to look into a comparison of a period of time. Okay, usually I will look into 3 months, 6 months. Okay, to look into, okay, if this candles or this volume high or low. Okay, just a quick example. Okay, okay, probably for those that who are here. Okay, hello, Mr. Abu. Okay, nice to see you here. Hello, Serene. Okay, so just want to check, right? Anyone here yet to attend the masterclass? Type 1 for me, please. Okay, because this some of the example I showed in the masterclass, so probably I go through again. All right. Okay, 2 so far. Any others? Okay, Cynthia. Okay. Okay. Oh, only 3. Okay, or Kevin. Okay. So mostly also go through masterclass. So I think for those masterclass students should be okay. All right. Now, probably just want to ask, right, again. Let me ask you, okay. Class, maybe, okay, we got 2 different class, class A and class B. Okay. Class A and class B, we got 30 students. Here got 30 students. Okay. Now, you know, among these 30 students, we got students number 1. Okay. His height is 170 cm. Okay. And student number 1 for class B, his height is 150 cm. Okay. Now, just want to check with you all. Okay. Do you think student number 1 in class A, 170 cm, is it considered tall? Type yes if you think it's tall. Type no if you think no, it's not tall, or maybe a different answer. Okay, so I think because some of you already go through the masterclass, most of you know the answer already. Okay, now this information actually is not sufficient. Okay, because why? You haven't looked into the average of the 30 students. Okay, what if I tells you that this average of this 30 student here, the height is 200 cm. Okay, the average, okay, is 200 cm. Then this student number 1, 170 cm, is considered short in the class. Okay, so let's say class B. Okay, this is the average of 30 students, and their average height is 120 cm only. Okay, So this 150 cm, this student number 1 is considered high in the class. Okay, so remember that each stocks, the widespread, the volume, everything is different. Okay, you need to look into a period of time, maybe the 30 bars, 30 days bars, or maybe 6 months. Okay, usually I'll look into 3 months first, then follow. If let's say I really cannot get the information that I want, I look into 6 months. Okay, if let's say 6 months cannot, I only look into the weekly chart. Okay, so this is a few things that I do. Okay, but do remember that whenever you see an obvious widespread bar, okay, doesn't matter up or down bar, you have to start to think of one thing. Okay, there is a potential change of trend is coming. Okay, or maybe sometimes we call it as a change of behavior. All right, so this is an example of up bar. Of course, down bar is just the opposite. Okay, so again, this kind of bar when it happens, okay, this kind of bar when it happens, you need to take note on the market stages. Okay, again, don't worry about market stages. Okay, we go through that later on. Okay, I think it's on Thursday if I'm mistaken. Okay, so market stages is the one that you want to identify the trend, right? Okay, when to identify the trend. So this is the first thing we need to look into. Okay, so for example, right, if you have identified accumulation in the background, okay, and you saw there's up bar, high volume, okay, widespread bar, up bar, okay. So this is representing there is a beginning of the markup, okay, beginning of the markup. So let's say in the reaccumulation, what it means by reaccumulation is that the stock already go into uptrend, okay, they maybe sideways for 2 or 3 weeks, okay, and suddenly you saw there's up bar, high volumes, okay, widespread bar, okay, high volume. So there is a continuation of the uptrend. Okay, so if let's say, okay, you already see the stocks having a very good strong uptrend momentum, okay, this one going up nicely. Suddenly, okay, there's one widespread high volume. You need to be careful on potential distribution. Okay, potential distribution. Okay, now can anyone here share with me, okay, can anyone here share with me why accumulations combined with widespread bar is markup, reaccumulation with widespread bar is markup, but strong uptrend with widespread bar is potential distribution? Can anyone here share with me why? Okay, can anyone here share with me? Okay, I believe that's referring to climatic. Okay, yes. Okay, remember that the first point over here. Okay, remember the first point over here, change of trend, or maybe what we call change of behavior, right, of the particular stocks. Okay, sorry, my bad writing, but this is referring to behavior. Okay, change of behavior, okay, of the particular stocks. Okay, so yeah, foremost, SM ready to distribute. Yes, correct. So whenever you see something like widespread, okay, suddenly, so what one today? Okay, even though in strong uptrend, you have to be careful on, okay, maybe is it smart money are trying to change the trend? Okay, maybe are they selling into some good news? Okay, so remember that whenever you see widespread, there's a chances for them to do a change of behavior things. Okay, yep, like Fong say also, beginning of stage 3, yes, smart money is growing. Okay, so growing also need to do distributions, right? So this is what it means. Okay, now remember that widespread bar, it means that a specific characteristic will change, okay, in a specific time at the particular moment. Okay, doesn't matter up bar or down bar. All right, so now let's go through some of the example. Okay, now this is complete logistic. Okay, complete logistic. Now just take a 5 seconds. Okay, take a 5 second. Okay, just look into the chart first. Okay, then we go through later on. Okay, so what we have here. Okay, now first of all, we got a nice accumulation. Am I right? Okay, with the accumulation, with the mostly it's narrow. Okay, the range is almost the same with each other. They are very close with each other. Then suddenly, if you realize also this bar, okay, of course this is a bit small, okay, in this picture over here. But for example, right, if you just hide everything over here, if you just hide everything, okay, Now this bar and this volume is actually wider compared to all this. Am I right? Okay. So again, whenever there's accumulation plus widespread bar like this, there is a potential of change of trend, okay, or change of behavior. What is the behavior? This is a sideways accumulation. Maybe they want to change to markup. Okay, they want to change to markup. So that's what we call the change of trend or change of behavior using LC. Okay, so every time when they goes up, of course, like I said, most of the time I like to look into some healthy pullback. If let's say there's no healthy pullback, the volume is getting higher, 240s, usually they'll make a big pullback. Okay, but of course today we're not going to talk about pullback. Okay, today we just want to focus type of candles, market stages. Okay, pullback day 6. Okay, sorry, day 7, which is on this Saturday. Okay, we're going to talk about that later on. Okay, so far is this okay? This chart, you all understand? Type 1, you all can follow so far. Okay, high volume UT considered as change of trend as well. Yes, correct, like form. Okay, if combination of widespread LC, UT is a change of trend. Okay, but UT we go into later on some weakness. Okay, today we just focus widespread bar, narrow spread bar, and we combine with market stages. Okay, so anyone cannot follow type 2. Okay, anyone cannot follow type 2. Okay, so I think so far everyone is okay, right? Okay, now this is reaccumulation. Okay, this is reaccumulation, and I presented this trade previously. Okay, from accumulation goes up. Okay, goes up. So this is they are forming something like here, reaccumulation. I remember I took the trade, I think after this NS, if I'm not mistaken. I can't recall which NS really I took, but this is a nice reaccumulation. Okay, reaccumulation, we got NS, SP. Okay, we're going to explain that later on. Okay, realize here, the candles, okay, is wider. Okay, let me erase so you can see better. Okay, now focus just this box. Okay, focus this box. Okay, focus this box. So this line change, okay, or maybe the widespread is wider than all these. Okay, of course you must combine with volume. I didn't really talk about volume because again, this is VSA, so you have to combine volumes. Okay, so yeah, volume is higher too. So this is representing that maybe they have a strong interest, want to change, okay, the current direction. Okay, so that's why it's always good to see high volume widespread bar. They are trying to close on the resistance. Okay, so this is their intention. Okay, they want to try to break certain things. Okay, of course, volume higher without any weakness is better. Okay, so in this case, if you notice the stock already in uptrend, okay, they make a temporary like a reaccumulation, okay, and they continue on reaccumulation with another widespread up bar. Okay, with a widespread up bar. Okay, so the trend will continue. Okay, so this is beginning of reaccumulation. Okay, or maybe it's a distribution. Okay, so this is again KGB. Okay, KGB, this is using the weekly chart, so you can see it better, right? So again, we have this accumulation. Okay, so notice here, this is the widespread after accumulation. Okay, again, accumulation plus above widespread usually is a change of trend from accumulations to markup. Okay, when markup happens, okay, few things you want to look into. You don't want to see another up bar high volume or down bar high volume. Notice here, this is down bar high volumes. So this is widespread. Okay, if you just look into this area, okay, this few boxes, this few bars candles over here. Now this widespread down bar is definitely higher than all this bar. Okay, I mean the spread, okay, of the candles, okay, is definitely longer compared to all this up bar. Okay, so this telling you that the weakness is taking control at this time. Okay, so usually when you see this kind of candles, okay, let me erase. Okay, assuming we just looking at these periods. Okay, usually you look in this period. So this is maybe a beginning of a distribution or a reaccumulation. Okay, which means that this uptrend here will stop temporarily, okay, until a confirmation is coming in. Okay, so this widespread down bar, okay, again in uptrends already, they are the uptrends, okay, serve as a like a resistance, okay, for those that who want to, the price by going up higher. Okay, of course, confirmation of reaccumulation, this one later on, okay, we'll talk in another section, okay, another sections. So okay, y'all still can follow so far. Okay, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? How to use the widespread. Okay, widespread after accumulation, okay, combination of accumulation with widespread, potential uptrend. Okay, if let's say it's already uptrend already, you have to be careful on widespread also. Okay, uptrend, downtrend, you have to be careful as well, because it might be a distribution sign, or maybe like this KGB. Okay, they are going into a period of reaccumulation. Okay, if you look into like previously, like I think like UWC Great Tech, they also got this kind of candles before they go into a month of reaccumulation. Okay, so type 2, if you cannot follow until now, type 2. So if let's say no response, I assume everyone is okay so far. Okay, now let's go to, okay, narrow spread bar. Okay, let's go to narrow spread bar. Okay, wide spread bar, okay, again, doesn't matter up bar or down bar. It's information tells that, okay, there is a specific trend's going to change soon, or maybe there's a characteristic behavior going to change soon. Okay, so for narrow spread bar, okay, we are referring to test, NS, or no demand. Okay, again, for new members, no need to worry. Okay, what is this? Because I think tomorrow we're going to look into that. So if your chart, okay, having this kind of narrow spread bar, which is pretty often, we will see this kind of candles, because most of the time, I think 60-70% of the stock, they are moving sideways. Okay, so we often see these kind of things. So whenever you see this kind of candles or formation in your chart, which means that there is a continuation of the trend. Okay, or the purpose is to retest specific support or resistance. Of course, sometimes we are referring to pullbacks. Okay, remember the basic pullback patterns. Whenever you got LC high volumes, 2-3 bars later on, it must come with narrow spread bar. Remember, we mentioned about that. So this is the purpose, is to allow the stocks or smart money to retest at the support. Okay, so if let's say there's a continuation of the trends, okay, you don't like to have a high volume widespread bar down bar, okay, because representing there's lots of activities going on. Okay, maybe people are selling it. Okay, so a narrow spread bar always is a good type of candles to show the healthiness of the trend. Okay, now again, take note on the market stages. Again, this market stages we're going to look into. So let's say accumulation, it will be continued to sideways. Okay, now this is a kind of boring kind of stocks to look into, but it's very safe. Okay, especially for those who are looking for long term. Okay, example I can share with you. I think Uchitech. Okay, of course Uchitech is doing reaccumulations. So Aeon, of course, they break up already. GHL Systems, okay, or maybe something like Tiongnam. Okay, Tiongnam Logistics. Maybe most of the time they are doing all this kind of narrow spread bar low volume. Okay, after some option. Okay, so again, reaccumulation also can happen. Okay, so sometimes we want to see there's a potential pullback. Okay, example, the basic pullback patterns. Hopefully some members here, you all watched the recordings already. Okay, LC followed by 3-4 bars later on. Okay, so there might be a potential pullback in the areas. So again, if let's say the stock is in a long-term uptrend, okay, of course now in KIC we don't have that. I think the one that I can recall right now is Tafi. Okay, Tafi, unlike like SEM Engineering, because their uptrend, it doesn't come with very widespread. Okay, they are going up healthily. Okay, because every day they would just go up like 7, 8, 10%, and then pull back for 2-3 days, then go up with 7-8%. Okay, so overall it's very healthy time. But if let's say you look into, if not mistaken, SEM Engineering, their markup is very climatic. Okay, one day 20-30%. So this is for me sometimes a bit unhealthy, because the immediate distribution might come in soon. Okay, so same goes to downtrend. Okay, I think the one that I can recall right now definitely is some of the glove counters. If you look into top glove, okay, overall still in downtrend, and mostly they are still no spread. Okay, so there's no sign of potential change of trends coming in from the chart. Okay, now let's look into some of the example. Okay, so this is my favorite red tag. Okay, again, I have to admit, recently really cannot find anything like this. Okay, but again, who knows? Okay, because now we got a new PM. Okay, and the sectors now also open up slowly. So maybe, I mean, it's good for a market. Okay, maybe we could got something like this very soon, right? So okay, example, right? If you look into GradTech, now let's take a look into these stocks. Okay, for I don't know, maybe like 5 seconds. Okay, look into that for 5 seconds. Okay, so if you realize in this stocks here, GradTech, actually mostly their candles, okay, are about the same, right? So if you look into from the beginning, okay, after they cross 2040s, okay, to the top somewhere around here, mostly it's the same. Okay, most of the candles, you know, they have this kind of periods, narrow, 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 narrow. Okay, so this is again representing some healthiness of the charts. Okay, again, the volume also very consistent. I can say that. Okay, it doesn't come with high, it doesn't come with low. Okay, now this period of time, suddenly they change a little bit. Okay, the wider, but of course it's not the widest. Okay, so whenever this kind of stocks having this kind of trend, and suddenly you saw, you know, there's wider candles coming in, then usually you need to be careful. Maybe someone are using this opportunity to distribute. Okay, again, a healthy trend, usually you don't like to have a climactic patterns. And you know, a narrow spread bar like this always representing that there's a chances for this stock to, you know, testing some supports and making some continuation, okay, on this uptrend. All right, so the one that always I think is definitely JF Tech, the one that I can think of at the moment. Okay, Lifeon, high volume, high spread, beginning change of behavior. Yes, correct. Okay, high volume with wide spread. Okay, so there's a change of behavior things are. So narrow spread, low volumes, okay, usually is a continuation on a specific trend. Okay, so again, trend, you need to look into your market stages. In this case, GradTech, uptrend, no spread, mostly of the candles is no spread, so very nice. Okay, last I can think of Tuffy. Okay, maybe I don't know, maybe Tuffy moving forward we have this kind of areas. Okay, this kind of areas. Okay, because they're going up slowly and steadily. Okay, in the uptrend right now. Okay, now this is Toglev. Okay, this is Toglev. Again, look into the chart for 5 seconds. Okay, look into the chart for 5 seconds. Okay, so if you look into the chart, obviously this is a downtrending chart, right? So here we got cross 2040s. Okay, they failed to break. Okay, and if you realize, most of this bar over here, okay, mostly they consist of this kind of bar, right? Okay, again, the background is big, so this is again a sign of continuation, okay, of the downtrend. Okay, continuation of downtrend, similar like here. So that's why I still not really can see there's a potential entry. Okay, I mean based on technicals, okay, not based on FA. I know a lot of people say, this is a undervalued stocks, okay, maybe, but based on technical, you know, there's no sign of change of trends coming in. Okay, still it's a continuation on the specific trend over here. Okay, so okay, all right, so far any questions regarding widespread and no spread? Okay, don't worry, Project, but later on I will post the recording out to the Telegram channels. Okay, any questions regarding widespread bar and no spread? Okay, so today we only study these two candlestick. Okay, and we combine it with the market stages, so with that we can, you know, understand, okay, is the stocks having good reversal or not, change of trend or not, or continuation or not. Okay, is this, there is no stopping volume means is a continuation? Yes, correct. Okay, I I believe Lifeng, you are referring to the current chart top left, am I right? So let's say no stopping volume or no back holding, which means this downtrend will be likely to be continued. Okay, likely to be continued. So a few things that I will look into. Of course, I want to look into at least one high volume bar. Okay, now can anyone answer me how high is considered high? Can anyone answer me how high is considered high? Okay, in this case, like top glove, we do some exercise. This is again going into, sorry, a bit technicals a bit. But for example, if I want to trade top glove today, okay, how high is considered high? Can anyone answer me? To look for a safe entry with reversal. Okay, let's see. I got someone. I got 60 old members over here. Okay, maybe Mr. Abu, you want to try? Let's see who is here. How about CC? Crystal? How about Mr. Chu? How about Jerry? More than 15%? Not really. Not really. Okay, so now I want to trade. Okay, I want to trade top glove, but provided there is a high volume reversal, right? But how high is considered high for the volumes? Mid to top of volume chart, mid to top of volume chart. So which means somewhere here. Okay, which means somewhere around here, mid to top. Okay, now in this case, there are a few things that I will look into. Again, like I say, first things is that I will look into any information for the past 3 months ago. Okay, oh, sorry. Let me come back to here. Any information or not for the past 3 months ago. Okay, so it seems like for the past 3 months, no high volume at all, right? So this is like mostly is a narrow spread bar, low volume. So again, it's a continuation downtrend. Okay, I cannot look into some things. So if let's say I compare to past 6 months ago, okay, we got some high volume here. Okay, around the area. Of course, this is super climatic volume. Okay, we got some high volume over here, right? So few things I will consider, okay, myself, if let's say I want to look for the trades. First of all, I will compare. Okay, this candle line change, Pentagon, they cross 2040s. Okay, this is the volume they cross. Okay, is increasing, is high. Okay, but still haven't really able to hold the support. So the next time when they cross LC, I want this volume to be higher than this volume. Okay, so which means that this time the buyer is stronger than this buyer. Okay, if not, it's a bit difficult for them to sustain. Okay, you're following me? So for example, right, this volume over here, if let's say you compare to this volume, okay, when they cross, it seems like also very low, not that high. Okay, so that's why they seems like cannot hold the support. Okay, so if you look into chart like the one that I can recall, okay, like for example, take bond. Okay, if you look into like maybe Opcon, okay, their volume is very obvious. Okay, they break above the 2040s, high volume compared to all the downtrend areas. Okay, so there is chances, okay, for them to stay above the support, go into accumulation and break up higher. Okay, compared to the previous volume widespread, you can also use the widespread. Let's say within the 6 months, I can see there's a widespread bar there. Okay, anyone here still can follow? Okay, I think Chu and Lifeng referring to this bar, am I right? Or this bar? Okay, high volume. Yes, you can compare to a high volume also, the closest high volume. Okay, of course, if let's say it cross this high volume, is a good sign too. Okay, to tell us that okay, the buyer is stronger this round. Okay, type 1 if you all can follow on this volume things. Type 2 cannot. Okay, good. Okay, so any other questions regarding the narrow spread and wide spread? If not, I will go through the different time frame. Okay, getting better picture now. Okay, good. So don't worry, okay, as long as you got questions, okay, like I said, members, if you got questions, just let me know. So I will try to include all your questions into the tutorial, okay? I think the other day, there's one member asked me about reaccumulation things, okay? So I think it's a good question. So next Friday, during our weekly member training, I will do the reaccumulation. Okay, now let's go to this, okay? This is a relationship between different time frame, okay? Now, previously, when I start to do trading, of course, I try to learn everything. I try to go into different type of market, especially Forex market. So I still remember that 8-9 years ago when I started all these kind of things, Forex is the one that time don't have Bitcoin, so the one that very popular among all the students. For those that want to make a quick money is Forex. Okay, so well, I go to Forex, I try a little bit. And you know, in Forex, they always look into a small time frame. Okay, how to use the 4-hour chart to confirm, sorry, how to use 4-hour chart, and then you trade on hourly chart. Some go into 15-minute chart to 3-minute chart. Okay, so you know, this is things that it took me some time to learn. Okay, it took me some time to learn. Then after that, only I focus to stocks. I slowly to learn in bigger time frame. Okay, I use hourly, daily, and weekly. Okay, so today we're going to go through this. Okay, so okay, again, this is just my personal time frame that I'm looking into. Okay, so if let's say you are using hourly chart, okay, you are referring to short terms. Okay, daily chart, I can say this is midterm, and weekly chart is long term. Again, mid, short, and long term is different. It's actually is actually different, okay, for different type of traders. Okay, like for example, as I mentioned, if let's say Forex traders, maybe a daily chart for them is long term already. Okay, our chart is midterm. Short term is 3 to 5 minute charts. Okay, because every bit is actually a lot of money for them. Okay, so maybe it's different. So for me, if let's say stocks, if you're looking for hourly chart, I'm referring to short terms. Okay, daily, midterm, and weekly is long term. Okay, so that's why it's very important. If let's say you are new, okay, if you're just started to do stock tradings, make sure you start with these two first. Okay, don't go to hourly. Or maybe if you really go back to office and work, you don't have time to monitor every single hour. Okay, I think best is that you avoid the hourly first. Okay, look for daily and weekly chart first. Okay, so smaller time frame, usually what we do is that I will use small time frame to confirm the bigger time frame. Okay, to confirm the bigger time frame, which means that on bigger time frame, I will look for the trend first. Okay, example, I want to trade in daily chart. Okay, daily chart, I ensure the trend is uptrend, not downtrend. Okay, like top graph I will avoid. Like maybe like something like stock that is uptrending like Taan, yeah, maybe yes. Okay, so I will use the bigger time frame to confirm the trend first. Okay, and use the short-term time frame to confirm for the entry signals. Okay, now bigger time frame, as mentioned here, bigger time frame serve as a trend. Okay, to look into overall trend, how they do it overall. Okay, so example, if daily chart, okay, daily chart is uptrend with pullback. Okay, I spotted already, go up, maybe making a reaccumulation. So hourly chart, okay, is here to look for sign for me to look for early entry. Okay, so this is how I look into it. Now remember that, okay, remember that this is how actually it works. Okay, hopefully I can draw this correctly. Okay, I don't have the drawing tools with me now, so I just use mouse. Okay, so bear with me on this bad drawing over here. Okay, now this is chart, right? This is chart. So imagine this is a weekly chart. Okay, go up, okay, down, goes up. Okay, imagine this is a weekly chart. Okay, now I'm gonna use different colors. Okay, yeah, maybe blue color. Okay, now daily chart actually look like this. Okay, it will be sideways here, crossing here. Okay, like this maybe, pull back, goes up, pullbacks. Okay, distribute. Okay, reversal, uptrend, pullback. Okay, uptrend, pullback, uptrend, pullback. Okay, now for weekly chart, okay, example over here. Okay, let me use got different color. Okay, yellow color lah. So example here, right? This period here, the weekly is still in uptrend. Okay, the weekly is still in uptrend. Okay, uptrend. Okay, but for daily, maybe they have two uptrend, two downtrend. Okay, so this is the relationship, okay, between weekly and daily. Okay, now for hourly, okay, it's even smaller. Okay, so what happened here is that they will actually have several trend, okay, within the daily chart. Okay, so for example here, they will have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, here downtrend, uptrend, downtrend. Okay, so within this uptrend itself, okay, maybe the hourly chart have 3 uptrend and 2 downtrend. Okay, so actually it will follow the overall long-term trend, but short-term wise, you might see several trend is happening over there. Okay, maybe they got some shakeout in between an hourly chart, but if you check on daily chart, it's still in uptrend. Okay, now for traders, okay, it's very important for you to determine the time frame first. Okay, as a trader, it's very important for you to determine, okay, what is the time frame they are looking into. Okay, because if let's say you cannot define what the time frame they are trading, it's very difficult for someone else to advise you, okay, how you're going to plan on the trades. Okay, so for example, I got several questions. Okay, most of the time I got this kind of questions, right? At first, okay, they will trade hourly. Okay, they'll trade hourly. Okay, so they will tell me that, oh, Zach, this chart hourly is at 1 ringgit. Okay, so I buy and trade hourly. So after it break 1 ringgit, okay, what they do, they go to daily chart. Okay, they go to daily chart and they check, okay, oh yeah, Zach, I think the daily chart is 95 cents. Okay, the support is 95 cents. Okay, so I think, okay, I think it's no problem to hold, right? So I said, oh, okay, in this case, okay, so hourly go to daily, not that bad. So after it broke, it break 95 cents, okay, support. Okay, what they do, they go to weekly. Okay, then they check, oh, Zach, actually I checked weekly, actually it's not that bad. The support is actually at 80 cents. Okay, 80 cents. Okay, so after they break 80 cents, what they do? Worse, they go to monthly. Okay, so this is how usually a trader from a short-term traders turns to long-term investor. Okay, you all can follow so far. Okay, tab 1, you all can follow. Tab 2, you all lost. Okay, because I still thinking how to illustrate the relationship better. Hopefully the chart actually helps. Okay, so very important as a traders, before you enter trades, okay, you need to decide already. Are you looking for long-term or short terms? Okay, so please don't go for hourly. I think hourly go to daily still okay, still acceptable. Okay, but if let's say hourly go to weekly and monthly, big problems. Okay, which means you'll be stuck on the stocks. Okay, at a certain point. All right. So okay, now let's go through this. Okay, so this is example of strong uptrend stock. This is Staffy. Currently, like I say, in case I think this is the only stock that I can think of. Hopefully moving forward, because things become more certain right now. Okay, hopefully moving forwards, we will see this kind of trends coming. Okay, now remember, again, just my personal opinion doesn't mean that you have to follow everything. Okay, I think tech stocks, even though last week or last 2 weeks there are some weaknesses coming in, but I think tech stocks, they are actually doing reaccumulation. Okay, Grab Tech already break above reaccumulation. Okay, hopefully more will follow. Okay, so let's say follow, maybe we'll see there's a continuation uptrend. Okay, if you look into Apple, I think Apple, AMD all also break above the reaccumulations already. Okay, so that's the first thing. Properties, okay, they are doing a very nice weekly chart, very nice accumulation for a few months already. So hopefully we'll see this kind of good trends coming in soon, okay, for this kind of sectors. Okay, now let's go back to here. This is a strong uptrend stocks daily chart, very nice. Okay, strong uptrend. Okay, so of course, if you realize the bar recently is also getting wider already. Volume also still okay not very wide, but still okay. So again, some of the information you have to take note and be careful. Okay, we always like to have this kind of candles. Okay, not too climatic, overall is good, but if let's say you realize that, okay, getting wider and wider, you have to be careful a little bit. Okay, So now, for example, if let's say you miss this kind of trades, okay, and you want to enter because it's still going up nicely, okay. So what I do is that you confirm entry with hourly chart, okay, confirm entry hourly chart, okay. So few things you want to do, okay. So is there any narrow spread? Okay, just now remember that we talked about the narrow spread bar. Okay, hopefully you all still remember. Huh? Okay, let me change to different colors. Okay, so hopefully you all still remember. Just now, we talked about, okay, narrow spread bar, what it means. Okay, can anyone tell me what it means by narrow spread bar again? What it means by narrow spread bar again? Can tell me? Yes, there's a likelihood there's a continuation of trends, right? Okay, so if you look into here, okay, if you look into here, now this is what? Okay, what is this period? What is this period? Okay, let's go back to my slides. Let's go back to my slides. I think it's here. Okay, this is reaccumulations, right? No spread bar, potential pullbacks. Okay, so if I go back to this slide over here, reaccumulation, widespread bar, okay, up bar. Okay, so there's a continuation of markup. Okay, possible, right? So if I look back into this chart, okay, Tafi using hourly. Okay, now this is the area of reaccumulations, right? Reaccumulations, right? So your spread bar, okay, is always a sign to tell us that, okay, we are still in the trend. Okay, we will still stay over here. Okay, it doesn't go into downtrends. Okay, at least. So line change. Okay, widespread bar, high volume. Okay, continuation of trends. Okay, again another reaccumulation. No spread bar. Okay, widespread bar. Okay, your side can link it together already. The narrow spread and widespread. Yes, Shirley get it right, reaccumulation. Type 1, okay, if you can follow so far. Type 2, totally lost. Okay, you all can link so far, right? How I use no spread, widespread. Okay, in this case. Okay, so far only like 3 or 4 people reply. So I got 60 old members over here. How come only 3 or 4 members reply? Okay, how about others? Okay, I assume okay lah, because no response, I assume okay lah. So okay, now let's go to others. Okay, now this is accumulation weekly. So again, for some members, if you busy one, okay, if you don't want to trade in and out every single day, you just want to buy a stocks in accumulation, then you hold for 1 or 2 months, then you wait for the big trends. Okay, you can use the accumulation patterns. Okay, so example, again, downtrend. Okay, remember just now we go through a few things. What is this? Is the bar suddenly become wider? Okay, again, we go back to the first part, the candlestick parts. Okay, realize these 3 candles. Is this wider compared to here? Sorry, this one already end, but is it wider compared to here? Yes or no? Yes, right? So what it means, okay? Again, widespread bar, what it means? What is the things that will happen? Potential change for trends is coming in, right? But again, this is already a confirmation. Okay, it's a change of trend. Okay, so volumes coming in again, they break 2040s. Okay, so this is how we check the background. Okay, is there any characteristics or not, or this kind of things? So once they break and change to accumulation, okay, what is the things you want to look for? Is the trends remain the same? Okay, with what? With widespread narrow spread bar, low volumes. Okay, realize here we got narrow spread bar, low volumes, right? Here we got lots of narrow spread bar, low volumes. Okay, so again, just a quick way how you can check your background. Okay, a quick way on how you can check your background. Okay, first, I got a change of trend. Okay, from downtrend to something I don't know. Okay, but here it seems like telling me that, okay, the price cross 2040s. Remember on the masterclass we talked about how price cross 2040s, and we got narrow spread bar. Okay, so representing that this price at the moment, okay, or these stocks, they're remaining at the same trends, okay, which is now is sideways. Okay, so potential is an accumulation. Okay, now if let's say for example, I spot this trade, I think, oh okay, especially is pretty good. Accumulation of weekly chart. Okay, how to do it? You go to daily chart. Okay, you go to daily chart. Now daily chart, what you do is that you trade or enter near with sound strength. Okay, so here we already got one NS. Okay, here seems like a support. They break below support, do a what? Do a shakeout. Okay, so make sure again you watch some of the video tutorial about pullback shakeout NS, because on this Saturday we go into combo patterns, okay, which is something like this. Okay, we go into this. Okay, so another shakeout, push it back to NS. Okay, so form another NS again around here. So maybe you can enter near to support with sound strength. Okay, like for example here we got what? NS, we got shakeout, we got the first initial NS, okay, which is currently they are still interested to support. Okay, y'all can follow. Type 1 if you can follow. Okay, so this is how I use the weekly. Okay, if I look into some sort, oh, this is accumulations. Okay, then I go into daily to check for more information. Okay, if you want to do daily, okay, you check daily everything, then you look into hourly. Okay, any sound strength or not. Okay, so okay, I think I will end my slides over here. I think this is some of the example I have. Okay, so now any other questions before we close? Okay, by the way, feedback is very important for me. Do you think this section here is clear, direct to the point, or still a lot of things unclear? Okay, you have to feedback to me. If let's say it's unclear, you have to let me know so that I try to find a way to do it better. Okay, so okay, clear. Huh? Okay, good. So okay, tomorrow I think I will talk about market stages. I can recall. Okay, then we go into sound strength, sound weakness. Okay, yes, there will be recording. Okay, Teng Long. So remember, members, any trainings, any Zoom registrations link, everything's okay. I'll post it in the Telegram channels. Sometimes there is a huge difference between hourly and weekly. That's correct. Okay, so that's why Lifelong, you don't jump hourly directly to weekly or weekly directly to hourly. Okay, because it's totally different things. Okay, it's a totally different thing. So I don't do that. So what you do is that you make sure, okay, either is you do weekly, go to daily. Okay, daily, go to hourly. Okay, you don't jump directly weekly to hourly, because like I mentioned the graph, right? Long-term trend might be up, okay, but short-term trend might be down. Okay, example like this. Okay, example. Okay, I think I go to DJI is the easiest one, huh? Because Martin also asked me, hey, you buy DJI, what Q what's the stock already Martin mentioned in the masterclass? Q triple Q, is it? Or Q or DDD, I can recall. Okay, because Martin asked me, you buy that one for long term, because you see DJI long term chart is in uptrend. Okay, if I use monthly, this is uptrend. Okay, but within this uptrend over here, there are sell off. Okay, in daily chart. Okay, there are sell, which is pretty scary, to be frank. Okay, so make sure you don't jump the time frame when it's too big. Okay, so hopefully I answer the questions. Okay, what if daily DDM? Okay, thank you, Teng Long. Okay, thank you, KS. Okay, thank you, Penny. Okay, what if the daily have green pentagon but hourly have red pentagon? What that is? Okay, now Ashley, this is like you are referring to the TAFE. Okay, just give one example. Okay, maybe I give one example before we close. Okay, example, TAFE. It's in green pentagons, right? So, but do remember, in this uptrend, okay, like for example here, okay, in this uptrend over here, let me close my trend line first. Okay, trend line, don't worry about that. Today I won't cover the trend line, but I will just talk to Martin. I will do a special training also, or maybe a short video on how to use the trend line more effectively. Okay, I will cover in another section. Okay, so for example, for TAFE, right? This is uptrend. Okay, but sometimes you have this kind of periods like reaccumulation or maybe pullback. Okay, so whenever this kind of pullbacks happens or maybe reaccumulation happens, the hourly chart may turns to red pentagon. Okay, because in hourly chart it seems like a big drop for them. Okay, it turns to red pentagon. So in this case, most of the time what I do is that I will wait for the green pentagon to confirm there is a continuation of trend in daily chart. Okay, so which means that, like, for example, here, right? Okay, here got red pentagons. Sorry, here got red pentagon. Let me erase. Let me erase everything. Okay, like for example, here got red pentagons. Okay, I will use the green pentagon to confirm, okay, the trend is likely to continue in daily chart. So which means I enter first before my daily chart shows some further information. Okay, the daily chart, sorry, the hourly chart returns to red because daily chart pullback, which means hourly having a big drop. So that's why they will turn to red pentagon. Now, in this case, you want to look for hourly green pentagon to confirm the daily chart is going to reverse. Okay, hopefully I answer your question, Asni. Okay, so Kevin, don't worry about the auto trend line. I will do another separate section on that. Okay, because I also need to practice few more rounds, because like I say, every time that there's new indicators, I will do a testing for a period of time. Once I feel comfortable, then I will share it out for you all. Okay, which currently I think if you want to look for short-term trade, I think it's very good. Okay, so but I will try to fit it into different time frame and see how it goes. Which have more weight on the trend. Some chart on weekly is trending, but daily is downtrend. Okay, to answer like for these questions, right? Again, going back to are you short-term or long-term? Okay, example, okay. Hopefully I can answer this question, but it's not that, I'm afraid it's not that direct, okay, but some example I want to show you. Okay, some example. Now, previously I say that I'm interested in spreadbar. Okay, remember? But to be fair, I got some losses on that, okay, because I tried to get a bit white ball. Okay, now if you remember also, spreadbar, I say trade only in hourly chart if you want to get white ball. Because why? This trend is still in downtrend, even though yes, we got some back holding, stopping volumes coming in, but doesn't mean that it's going to goes up immediately, unless you are those that holding long term, you don't mind holding. Like Martin mentioned, the masterclass, 18 months moving forward, you don't mind, I think it's fine. But if you're doing short term like me, I don't want to hold this kind of stuff, because this is just going to drag me for a few months. Okay, so what I do, I know this is not a strong background already. I'll use hourly. Okay, I'll use hourly, and I'll only focus things like here. Okay, things like this. Okay, if let's say it break my 2040s, that's it, I'm not going to enter anymore. Okay, I'm not going to enter anymore. So example, right? Any good example uptrend stocks? Okay, let's try BIG. Okay, let's try BIG. Okay, let's try big lah. So okay, example like bigs. Okay, daily chart quite climatic. Okay, over here. Okay, over here quite climatic. This is based on daily, but seems like now I don't think this is a downtrend, but they maybe do around a pullback. Okay, if I check out on hourly chart. Okay, if I check out hourly chart. Okay, if I want to trade this, okay, I will make sure that here, because this seems like in our chart seems like I'll be weakening already. Okay, I'll make sure that the next green pentagon, okay, is as good as this volume. Okay, remember how we compare pentagon volume to volume? Okay, so if let's say they want to break this resistance, okay, the next volume have to be equal or maybe greater than this volume, okay, in order to have a better power to break above the resistance. Okay, yes, so sometimes if you use weekly, for example, let's see how is the weekly looks like. Yeah, this one weekly is still okay. Okay, sometimes weekly is uptrend, like for example, this is uptrend, but yeah, daily chart might be downtrending. Okay, because weekly is doing a big pullback. Okay, so that's why it make a drop over there. Okay, I think BS tech also, if not mistaken, I try to look for a few more examples. Okay, now this is a good example. Okay, here wash, uptrend. Okay, if you look into weekly chart, actually they are doing a healthy pullbacks. Am I right? Okay, somewhere around here they are doing a healthy pullbacks. Okay, but do bear in mind, if you are using weekly, which means that your risk tolerance should be higher. Okay, your risk tolerance should be higher. So for example, from the top to the bottom, this is almost 40%. Okay, this is almost 40%. I mean, how to put this? I mean, it makes sense, okay? Because why? If we look into weekly, one bar itself, I mean, 1 week itself, sometimes it's already 20, 30, 40% up bar. Okay, if let's say the momentum is good. So the pullback is bigger, okay, 30, 40%. All right, so this is the one that if you want to switch to weekly chart, okay, sorry, daily chart. Okay, let's focus over here. So here will be downtrend. Okay, because daily is doing a pullback. Okay, so this is a downtrend with 30, almost 40% also, similar like the one shown in the weekly charts. Okay, so hopefully I answered your question, Lai Feng. Because to be frank, it's a bit, yes, 40% high tech. So that's why for those that doing long-term one, actually, you don't want to check your stock every day. Okay, like for example, Martin's, right? Like Martin mentions, right? You know, sometimes when you do long-term, you have to give it a time. Okay, maybe 18 months. So that's why Martin don't really, you know, go his portfolio and check every day. If not, yes, you say you will have heart attack. Okay, because what Martin do is that he look into overall trend. Like for example, that's why I think it's somewhere around like early this year or last year when Apple dropped the time, he still top up because he know the long-term trend is good. Okay, still good. That's why he top up. All right, so hopefully I answer the questions. So okay, I think that's all for today. Now it's already more 2 p.m. Like I said, I don't want to you know, take up all your time. Okay, I know some of members are still doing some tradings. All right, so I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, how can Martin bear 40%? Oh, Martin already well trained already. 20, 30 years. I think it's more than 20 years in the market, if I'm mistaken. So his emotion is definitely very good, better than me. So for me, let's say more than 8%, sometimes I also a bit panic already. 15%, I definitely would be very panicked. Okay, so for Martin is that because I think he applied on portfolio management also. So that's why you don't, I think like from you attended masterclass, right? So like Martin said, you don't dump everything in one stocks. So some stock you make more, some stock you lose more, but overall your portfolio is still going up. Okay, that one I think you have to maybe talk with Martin during the masterclass. He'll share with you more, definitely. All right, so with this, thank you for joining me today. So make sure tomorrow again you join me back. If you cannot make it, watch the recording. Okay, so thank you and I will see you soon.